Okay, so I'm pulling out the green dragon. So the green dragon, right away I've got some Hecate vibes coming in, as the green dragon is holding a key, and also dragons are of course it's a mythical creature which is related to the goddess Hecate, about unlocking, so unlocking the, it's, I'm hearing like chthonic, so like the earthly plane, so a key to the mundane realms and to unlocking material abundance. So it says, the card says, helps you tune into the secrets of nature. Okay. So receive answers and guidance from nature aligned with your divine essence. Well, that's a beautiful card. Okay. So the first card we have is the green dragon. Okay. That is interesting. I'm deliberating about making a video about the year of the dragon, which we've came into at the Chinese New Year, or the Lunar New Year as they call it. So watch this space. Okay, so these are the pagan cat tarots. So there's 10 of Pentacles. Wow, these are very tiny cards. Tiny, tiny, tiny cards. 10 of Pentacles. So I've got my Grimalkin cat tarot and I've got the pagan cat tarot. So 10 of Pentacles. So whenever a reading has lots of pentacles in them, then that does represent like manifestations come to fruition. So there's abundance here, there's wealth, there's fulfillment, and there also is a Triskelion in there. So it shows that to get to that point, you've been harnessing multiple incomes, or you've been pulling in incomes from various different places, and you've managed to get the balance right, work life, family life, etc, etc. Ooh, the world card. Ooh, that's a cute card. So the world card. So when the world card comes up in a reading, it's interesting, the world card should follow the 10 of Pentacles, because one amongst the best cards to have in a reading as well. The only other card which I think trumps that one is the Sun card. So we'll see if that does show its face. So let's grab some more cards from, I'll grab our first card from the Grimalkin Tarot. Or the Grimalkin Curious Cat Tarot. Spirit, bring some messages through for us. So before I do draw this card, I just want to bring to your awareness that we are in the cross quarter days, another name for the 4 major sabbats. The quarter days being the equinoxes and the solstices, and the cross quarter days are the harvest festivals and fire festivals. So we have Samhain, we have Beltane, which is coming up. So there is Imulk at the beginning of the year, and there is Lammas in summer as well. Okay. So the interesting thing to know about the cross quarter days is that in the lead up to those days, the veil thins. People know that the veil thins when we come round to Halloween and Samhain, but people don't seem to realise that the other major cross quarter days, the veil does actually thin in the lead up to those as well. So that is something interesting that you may not be aware of. So the Wild Hunt, it is led by Odin, and Odin is the leader of the Norse deities, or the deities from the Asataru. way or beliefs. Ooh, so the Seven of Cups is coming in. So there's an emphasis here. So it's interesting that in that card you can see a heart. I believe that's the Earth, actually. And again, we've got more keys. So Hecate's symbology is really coming through a lot. And as I was saying about the Wild Hunt, so the main thing to know about the Wild Hunt is that things seem to get a bit spooky in the weeks which lead up to these major sabbats, the witches' festivals, the big ones. So the veil becomes thin, so spirits become through more easily to us, and the ghostly or spectral riders of the Wild Hunt, they do traverse around, especially European countries. So they go around Scandinavia, around the UK, around Germany, those places. But I believe with those traditions from those places spreading out across the world, I believe that the Wild Hunt will also traverse to other places which they wouldn't naturally do in the past. So I believe that no matter where you are watching this video from, I believe the Wild Hunt may still come through to your area, to your country, just because the beliefs are more widespread now. So why would they just isolate them? In my beliefs, the Wild Hunt and the deities follow to where where the followers are, or those who worship them and acknowledge them. So it's a bit like if you think of African Americans, the traditions which came from Africa, they traversed when the African people was moved, to put it politely, then those beliefs travelled with them. Okay. So the Seven of Cups. So right away, it's telling me choices. So I believe there's a lot of choices for which you may be able to choose from. So Cups in a reading also symbolize high emotions and people who are quite emotional, and something that I was tuning into before I began the reading, because I was picking up on these energies from the full moon in Scorpio beforehand, and what was coming through to me is that this is a time of remembrance, and with the veil thinning, I believe the people that we've lost along the way, ancestors or even friends, those people who we have lost, I believe those feelings and emotions are going to be resurfacing around this time. While others may see daydreaming as a waste of time, I believe when we allow ourselves the freedom to explore our desires without limitations, we open the door for new possibilities. The key to manifesting is being able to feel with complete conviction what you desire is already out there in the world waiting for you. Of course, there is a fine line between fantasy and creating larger than life goals. When the Seven of Cups appears, you may need to expand your vision a bit. Dream a bit bigger and not settle for playing small. On the other hand, depending on your situation, the Seven of Cups may indicate that you are doing a little too much daydreaming and not enough action. That's interesting. As one without the other will not bring anything other than indulging in fantasy. In this vast world, you have so many choices, there's that word, that can lead to feeling indecisive, and as a result, nothing is accomplished. To keep stagnation at bay, focus on a single area in your life and imagine in imagine that is at its most optimal, in its most grand way. Feel its presence in your life today. When you do, you will know that what steps to take next. The Seven of Cups appears in a reading. You may also want to consider if you're letting a fantasy distract you from a task or an obligation. Are you overwhelmed by all of the options available to you? Whew. So yeah, that one's kind of a little close to home for myself as well. I do feel like there's so many options and so many paths to take, and it does get quite confusing sometimes. Okay, let's pull some more cards. Let's see where this guidance is leading us. Okay, Ophelia, spirit guides, ancestors, please pull through some more information on this. I feel like we wanted that one. Okay, the Knight of Swords. Okay, so when swords are in a reading, there is an emphasis on action, and also there's like the bluntness of it as well. So the Knight of Swords, for me, is also sort of a messenger. So I feel like he's bringing in a message. So it's interesting that I was mentioning about the veil thinning. So I believe the message could be coming from spirit. Or otherwise, you may be receiving a letter in the post, something along those lines. So just trying to have a good look at this image, because I don't really read with these cards very often. They are relatively new. So there's some red flowers in there. So I'll show you the card. Okay, Spirit, what else would you like to bring through? Oh, Spirit was bringing my attention to the bird. So I believe that's a crow. That's interesting. Yeah, so there's definitely messages coming through from beyond the veil. So I'm hearing setting you up to fall. So I feel like there's a warning coming through for somebody. Or it may be for all of us. I feel like there's some... I feel like our ancestors from beyond the veil, they're warning us that to be a little cautious in and believing in the choices that we're making. So along with the other cards, so we have the World card. I believe there may be people who are envious of the abundance and wealth and the fact that we're succeeding in multiple areas in our life. So some people can get envious of that. So just be a little cautious, because our ancestors, they are looking out for us, but they don't want to watch us fall into any traps. Okay, I'll place that down. So let's bring in another dragon here. Okay, Spirit, what other messages have you got for us? Okay. The Emerald Dragon. Wow, that is a lot. 2 green dragons. So it says the Emerald Dragon brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Wow. Okay, so with the Scorpio energies coming in, there is a big wave of like inwards thinking, or how do you describe that? Introspection. So there is a focusing on the self and the self-healing. Okay, and also on the card it's saying good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection, align with your fifth dimensional blueprint. So good fortune is coming. So I believe that is similar. That is tying in with the Knight of Swords, with good fortune and positive messages are coming, but do also look out for anyone, anybody who's around you who may be jealous of this good fortune and of these successes which are coming your way. Pagan Cat Tarot. Oh gosh. Four of Swords. Wow. Gosh. This card keeps on following us anywhere, everywhere. So I had this in the last reading, so I'll show you the card. It's kind of small, so you probably won't be able to see it very well. Although, so the Four of Swords is all to do with rest and recuperation. So literally in the last reading that I was doing for us all, for the collective, we had this same message through the other cards. So with the tarot, the Four of Swords, there is a focus on resting, recuperating, recouping that energy. So when you're focusing on your making a living, when you're completing and fulfilling your goals, your destinies, when you're making choices, when you're steering clear of booby traps, all of this is very tiring for us, and we do need some time for rest and for healing. Okay, so that is the message from Spirit. So let me pull some more cards. We'll go with another dragon card. Okay, Spirit, what else would you like to tell us? Okay. Aquamarine dragon from Neptune. Ooh. Okay, so with the Scorpio energies is coming more water energy. So the water energy is this, the message from this card, this enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. Wow. Oh my god, I don't believe it. There's another key in there. So we have 3 keys so far. Three keys, dragons, and a crow. These are all symbols for Hecate. Wow. Okay, so yeah, so there is an emphasis on unlocking. So whether it's unlocking your potential, whether it's unlocking a door which has been stubbornly closed in front of you for some time, and you've just been unable to find the right key for that door, but I feel this is going to change very soon for us, especially if you pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the impressions which you pick up from Spirit. That is really good, positive news. Okay, let's have some more Grimalkin Tarot. We have the World card twice. So, wow. So from both, what are the odds of that? I wish I was a mathematician or someone who was relatively good at maths, because I would tell you the odds of picking out both World cards, because that is very slim. So two separate decks of tarot, and we have pulled the World card out for this reading. Look at that. Alright, let's see if any other messages come through from Spirit. Okay, so I'm seeing like a ring, like a glowing ring. I believe it's like in space. I'm not quite sure what that's meant to represent, but it's really pretty. Okay, so can we elaborate please on the message from the world card, or the world cards? So that is definitely an amplified message. We have the world cards twice. Oh, it's actually interesting. Alright, so we have a star. In this card we have a shooting star which is going across the earth, front of the earth, and it kind of looks like a glowing ring, similar to like what I'm seeing. Oh, and we have more blackbirds in this. We have 3 blackbirds here as well. 3 is Hecate's number. So Hecate is definitely coming through very strongly, but it's not very surprising with it being nighttime and a full moon. I'm hearing teach them, teach them. That's interesting. And there's a Sphinx cat, which has popped out to me. So what I get from that, teach them that there's an emphasis about something being beneath the skin. Okay. So teach them that the divine essence, your godliness, is resting just beneath your skin. So we kind of get caught up in this mundane world, in our day jobs, in our families, etc., etc. But this is just a meat suit, pretty much. Underneath that, although the meat suit is made up of the same sort of components which make up the stars, so I'm not saying that it's a worthless meat suit, of course not. The body is precious, look after it. But what I'm saying is, underneath the skin, underneath the surface, we have divinity, we have sovereignty and power beyond our imaginings. And the sooner we realise this, and the sooner we tap into this, the sooner we can reach the fulfillment and completion of the goals that we seek. Okay, so I'm going to read you what it says in the book as well. Seeing as we've got the world card coming through twice, I believe it is an especially important message which we need to look into further. What number is the world? So it's 10, 10, so 21. Okay, there it is. So finally, you have found success. It is time to stretch out and give a nice big yawn that comes from surrendering a situation or event to the past and allowing yourself time to revel in an accomplishment. The journey to reach this place of contentment may have been long, with many lessons learned, but now it is a time to take a short pause to feel satisfied as you have reached your goal. The world signifies complete and utter fulfillment. It is that feeling that comes after a long, satisfying meal with friends, after you finish an enormous puzzle or project. It's when you finally can exhale, knowing that there is nothing left to do. Well, not until the next project. Enjoy this moment. Let the feelings of gratitude and appreciation Sink in and nourish your spirit, as you will need this energy in the future. During difficult times or obstacles, it will be this memory that will create an energy that will keep you motivated and inspired. Okay. So that is the message. So I feel I want to bring in some of the book divination now. So pass this over the candles. Element of fire. Pass it through the incense smoke. Fire and air. Okay, so if there's a particular question that you would like an answer for, I would like you to think of that now. And I will pull this answer from Spirit using the Book of Answers. Okay. Okay. A year from now it won't matter. That is your answer to that question. Okay, so I would like... So that's an answer for somebody. So that may not be relevant to everybody. Okay, so... Again, think of your questions. Alright, so Spirit is saying it seems assured. That's a very positive message. And then the next answer is yes. Okay. More messages or more questions? Okay. Don't be concerned is the next answer. Alright, is there more questions? Well, we've got an answer. Never is the answer to that one. That sounds quite final. Okay, so the next answer is explore it with playful curiosity. Okay. Alright, we'll do one more. Okay, so don't take life too seriously. Spirit's telling you to have a laugh about it. Okay. This one. Knight of Wands. We had a Knight, alright, already. We had Knight of Swords previously. So there's a lot of Knights. And again, more birds in this one, so I'll show you the picture. So Knight of Wands. Wands in a reading are very intuitive. So whereas swords often represent conflict, wands often represent artistic or intuitive matters. There's fire. So there's horses running and there's fire. And of course, the element for wands, it is ruled by fire. So it's not too surprising. Okay. So I'm hearing set it free. So I feel like whatever you've been clasping onto, so whether it's worries about the future, whether it's something that you're regretting, the message from Spirit is to set it free, let it go. Okay, so I'll pop that on there. We'll go with another dragon. Okay, the magenta dragon. Wow, that is beautiful. The magenta dragon. So this enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom. Well, that's twice we've had that. So the soul's wisdom. Awaken your soul memories and higher spiritual understanding. Prepare for accelerated ascension. So this is all to do with opening up to higher consciousness, opening up the higher chakras, third eye, crown chakra and beyond. Okay. So to do this, meditation is necessary. Lots of it. Regular meditation. And also it will be made easier if you're contacting your guides, if you're asking for help from your guides as well. So I'll pop that down there. So I'm going to pull another tarot card. Alright, so we're gonna, I feel like we're on the last couple of cards now, and then we can wrap up this reading. Alright, Six of Swords. Again, so there's more conflict here. Six of Swords. Oh, it's interesting. It kind of looks like a Sphinx card. We had a Sphinx card earlier in one of the other cards. And there's also a butterfly in there. So that the butterfly is kind of representing, although there's a lot of conflict around, so whether that is restrictions, whether it's physical restrictions or whether it's just abuse, there is the potential to just move beyond that, to tap into something beautiful, to focus on something freeing instead. Six of Cups. So Cups in a reading, as I mentioned earlier, Cups is to do with the emotions and the feelings. There's a cat looking upwards. I feel like somebody among our collective is expecting something, so I'm not sure if that's tying in with the messages or the good news or the good fortune. I'm not sure if somebody's looking out for that. But there's definitely like looking upwards, expectant, waiting for something to arrive. And again we have birds flying in the skies. So let's just take a quick look at the book to see if there's anything else important with that. Okay, so the main messages with this card is generous, warm-hearted, makes time for play, detaches from stressful situations, feeling moments of gratitude. Okay, so Six of Cups is a call to revisit a simpler time, a time when you could let loose and play. Yes, the world is full of reasons to be stressed out, and too often in this modern society it's all too easy for us to focus, to turn events that centre around humanity, to turn our focus on events that centre around humanity, not at its best. However, when this card appears, take note. Your heart and soul will benefit from remembering what it was like to be a child, blissfully ignorant. So I feel like that may be tying in with some of the earlier messages. So remembering the times that we spent when in our youth with our loved ones. So the loved ones may not be with us now, but the memory is still there, the love is still there, and the love is still in spirit. So the energy of the Six of Cups helps us to turn down the noise that comes with adult living, that deafens us to the point where we can't hear the voice of our inner child or the voice of spirit. When we listen to the kid within, our hearts open, we become more receptive and compassionate to those around us. So when you receive the Six of Cups in a reading, it may be time to take a day off from work, ditch some responsibilities and get outside for some playtime. So tap into the inner child. So that is your guidance from Spirit. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Do check out some of the next videos and remember to subscribe.